Welcome to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Every week, you can have the conversations you've always wanted to have about the films you love.
Shut up!
We're gonna get you. Not another peep. Kinda
Get rid of your distractions and prepare yourself.
Won't then lock your door. 5, 6, crucifix.
You got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere.
Welcome everybody to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Danny Bonin here.
Scotty Bonin here.
We are the Blood Brothers and...
Carmelo Chimera.
Right as he's taking a sipper. Yeah.
See, Carmelo's
Love
coming
it.
through nice and hot on me.
What do you got?
Oh, yeah, I always come hot for you.
You come hot on me, man. Just in time for Christmas,
When he
baby.
goes, it's like just a steaming pile of dog poop, but in cum form.
It's just throwing those Jackson Pollock ropes just everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Andy.
we did something different, audience, tonight that we don't normally do. We just pressed record almost immediately.
We did.
You're getting the great pre-show flirting and lead up that we just don't, always do. So
We usually do it before, and now we're doing it right now. Yeah,
we blow our load before the show starts.
Yeah,
We just
here
hit
we're
it.
doing it. We just popped on and started right away.
Well, I would just want to say Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, because it is New Year's Eve as you're listening, or sorry, Christmas Eve as you're listening to this. If you're listening to it right when it came out, that should
Merry
of course.
Christmas,
So,
one and all.
Thanks for spending your Christmas Eve with us, and hopefully you're not up for the next 4 hours putting together a fucking dollhouse like I was 4 years ago at Christmas time.
I'll be doing that with bikes this year.
Yeah, I bought some used bikes, so they're already put together.
You son of a! I should have done that.
I just gave everyone a donation in their name to the Human Fund this year, so I have no presents to wrap.
Nice.
Good for you.
Is the Human Fund codename for you?
That's right. It's called the Carmelo Chimera Lunch Fund.
Yes. What are you sipping on, I must ask?
CCLF.
I'm so glad you asked. This is Macallan 12-year.
Ooh.
It is one of
one
my
and
favorite
only.
scotches. Oh, fantastic.
I don't have a
It's one of my
drink.
favorites.
I don't have a drink because I got to go be in the show at the theater right after this.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing the show tonight. That's right.
Yeah.
Which means this will be an expedient episode tonight. It'll be a very on point.
There is some stuff. There's not a ton of stuff on this movie, but there's some stuff. So that brings
Danny's
us.
going to be in Scrooge tonight.
Yeah.
We got a little Scrooge movie here too.
Yeah. So that brings us to the movie we're covering, To All A Goodnight.
Ho ho ho!
From 1980. Very under the radar film that Jason Purcell mentioned. And I just sort of thought, it's free on Prime.
Yeah,
Let's check it out.
for sure. To All A Goodnight.
So I don't know.
Jason, I got to tell you, man, I like you. But you fucked me this time.
I know.
You fucked me.
Merry Christmas to all.
I thought
and
it
to
was
all
on the
good
border. Let's start with some opening thoughts. I thought it was.
I've seen worse.
I thought it was on the border of so bad it's enjoyable. Like,
I don't disagree with that. There are parts of it that made me laugh because they were so bad, but some of it was just so cringy I couldn't get over it. That's the thing. I was just like, ugh. Also, like, it committed the one sin that shitty movies can commit, which is a lot of it was boring.
Yeah, that's true.
Long stretches of boring, long stretches that were only not boring when the acting was so bad.
Yeah.
That it, was fun.
I did
Long
catch
stretches
myself.
of makeout scenes.
I did catch myself thinking that, like, this can be as bad, and the acting can be bad, and the effects can be bad, but they should at least have a storyline that keeps us guessing a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
That didn't happen.
So what's your first thoughts on To All A Goodnight?
Those were my thoughts, basically. It was almost so bad it was enjoyable, except for the boring long stretches. And it wasn't enough of a Christmas slasher we're covering it, we're here, we're doing it, but it could have had more Christmassy vibes to it.
Yeah, I hear it. I mean, you
Yeah.
had the Santa suit for the killer. There was some decorations up the tree, but it would have been nice if there was like some Christmas songs playing, like when the killing was happening and stuff. And there was some good, decent kills though, but the acting wasn't great. And I think some of them might have been dubbed in. Some of the voices might have been dubbed in. It seemed like, but it was kind of reminiscent of the original Friday with the mom being the killer, and I guess the husband was too, but. It has some vibes there.
There's
with
a lot
some
of
the
crossover.
same kind of sound effects that Friday the 13th has too.
You have the mom killer. You have, well, I mean, all these slashers have similar sound effects back then. This is the slasher craze. You also have the groundskeeper guy who sort of reminds us of Crazy Ralph from Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And has similar lines. But I will say this movie did release before Friday the 13th in the same year.
Really?
So I don't know if we can claim that they copied it. I don't know if I don't know which one got done filming first, if there was some kind of previews out there, but this one technically released before. This was January 30th of 1980, and I looked it up. Friday the 13th was like May something of 1980
Really?
that it released.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Friday the 13th took some ideas from this,
Yeah,
from
I
kind
don't
of
know
some
about it.
music and
Did I lose you guys?
and the killer mom
me?
and
I don't know.
I don't know,
Who
the
lost who?
teenage slasher.
Yeah, you never know. So anyways,
It wasn't too bad. I've seen worse. That's my first thoughts. I mean, it's I mean, I don't know, like Last House on the Left, the original, kind of reminded me of it a little bit.
well, there's a tie to it there, and we'll
but,
talk about that.
But there is. I didn't even know that. Look at that. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't like it was pretty bad. But I've seen worse. So it was still like I could get through it, and it was still okay for me.
What about you, Carmelo?
You know, there were parts that made me laugh. I just think a bad movie needs to be a lot more entertaining if it's going to be this bad. You know, a lot of, I mean, the acting, the dialogue was just terrible. That girl with the accent was horrible. You know, there was a good amount of entertainment to be had, but even things like, we'll get to the airplane kill. Like, I was like really excited for, and then it's all off camera.
Yeah. A lot of it. It was all these kills.
Yeah, most of it's off camera. So I got to be honest. Can I be honest with you?
Of course.
I was pretty drunk when I watched most of this movie.
Was that this morning?
So I tried last night. And I fell asleep about 45 minutes in.
Oh, okay.
And passed out intoxicated after that. And so I finished it this morning.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I think you were texting me this morning about it.
Were you drinking at 9
I
a.m.?
was some
Were you
emotions.
drunk at 9 a.m.? Man, good for you.
Also, yes, but I started last night. So this morning I had my mimosa while I was watching it. Last night it was just
Well, so it
almost
should have
perfect.
been better for you since you were
would
drunk.
think- You would think, but I had to rewatch the beginning twice because I thought the fisheye lens effect to give us the flashback
Was just you.
I thought it was just me.
Yeah, you thought that was your lens when you were watching it last night.
I
Oh my
am
God.
tripping here, guys. Someone fucking laced my bourbon with some piece of
Oh,
food.
man.
Yeah, so that opening, and when you see the dummy fall off the balcony,
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
I was like, so it's like that, huh?
That was
And
more
it
like a
was.
scarecrow that they threw filled with hay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Basically, yeah, exactly.
Yes. Well,
Okay, well that's good.
are you
Finished this morning.
are you still qualified to give us a quick synopsis of this film?
Oh, certainly, certainly, I am. Yeah.
There's not much to it.
Absolutely. No, there's not.
I got a lot of notes, funny notes, so that'll be good.
So that's the problem or good thing with a movie like this. Quite easy to give you the synopsis because nothing happens really in the movie, right? So the movie opens with. Well, I'm sorry. Did we finish all that?
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
So the movie opens with. It's all out of context. So I'm going to tell you what actually is happening. But if you watched it, you'd be forgiven for not getting this from the opening. But it's a group of sorority girls, and they're chasing another girl in some kind of a prank. That prank involves chasing her to the edge of a balcony on the second or third floor of their sorority house, and she falls off the edge and dies. Now 2 years later, there's a bunch of girls stuck at the school for one reason or another for Christmas Eve. their rich boyfriends are flying a plane in to come see them, a private plane in an airstrip, and they drug the house mother with they poison not poison they sedate her milk so she'll like sleep so they can like bang all these dudes, and then the most unimpressive litany of guys shows up and there's some sexual hijinks, but then they all start getting picked off one by one, including the very helpful but kind of creepy groundskeeper. And so the next day, the police come and they say, well, the detective comes and he's like, well, you all have to stay here now because you're all under investigation. And sure enough, the murders, begin again. One of the girls tries to escape and gets run over by the airplane. Another girl goes crazy after finding a severed head in a shower and just spends the rest of the movie dancing in what I think was supposed to be something really creepy, but actually just kind of sucked. And was weird. But it turns out it was, in fact, the house mother, who's in charge of the sorority. It was her daughter who died. So she was the killer. She was running around dressed like Santa Claus, killing all these kids. And they push her off the balcony in an ironic death. But there's a second killer. What? Scream! Twist ending. And it's the detective from the police, which is kind of weird choice because he was introduced about halfway through the movie. It's a little late for new characters.
Yeah, it was a little late.
For new characters. He could have swung by the school earlier on for, I don't know, whatever. The point is that was the whole movie. So not a whole lot of happenings, not a whole lot of like events that occurred. It's just a lot of people getting killed. Which I don't mind. It's fine. It's easy. It just makes my job easier. So but it's just like the kills kind of sucked, and I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm editorializing.
It was very low budget. It was very, very low budget.
Yeah.
Very low budget, slow motions effect.
As we will find out, wasn't a whole lot going on behind the scenes, and I don't think they expected much either. Or maybe they did.
No, I don't think that they did.
Well, speaking of budget, we just talked about it. There's not much. I just told you what. If you want to talk about it, Scotty.
75. Well, yeah, I guess if you want to, the budget was 70,000 to 75,000, and there might have been a theatrical release, but we don't have any information on the box office. So very low budget.
It really wasn't. It might. The notes I have say it may have shown in a few cinemas, but not a big release, and it was sort of supposed to, but it didn't. And it was released not on time because they were just nuts. We're going to get into it. I do actually have some information on this movie. It's sort of a shit show.
Maybe some home media was.
Where do you find that information? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of sources. Chat GPT helped me out a bit, and because I did not. There is a Blu-ray. Usually, I watch the commentaries and I watch the behind-the-scenes stuff and everything.
That's lower budget than I thought, though. 70,000.
But I didn't.
Not too bad for 70.
I didn't watch the Blu-ray on this because the only one they had was like on Amazon for $55 or something like that.
Okay.
So
that's
you don't want
much for this movie.
I know. I didn't want
that.
to spring for that. So, anyways.
We love you guys, just not that much.
Not
for this piece of shit movie.
Yeah. So
I saw another movie come on like right after it called Christmas Evil, and it actually started off pretty good.
Me too.
This one's good. We should cover this next time.
We could, as after New Year's, we could do another one. Why not?
Yeah,
it's true.
No, this is still good. I mean, it's an 80s slasher, and I'm glad Purcell recommended it. I mean, we eventually would have gotten to it.
Yeah, I think there was a few that I hadn't heard of that were being recommended to me that I'm like, oh wow, there's more Christmas horror than I thought there was. Like, this is pretty cool.
And we've covered a fair amount too.
Yeah, but a lot of them. Christmas Evil was one of them. There's a few. So, all right. Anyways, let's jump into.
Let's get into some facts and some funny notes that we took too.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we are, unwrapping a lesser-known Christmas slasher, To All A Goodnight, 1980. Yep.
Good pun. I like that. That was good.
The one and only film directed by horror actor turned director David Hess. Now, here's where the connection is to David Hess. Well, actually, we're going to get to that in a second. So, if you've never heard of To All A Goodnight, it's not your fault. It flew under the radar that most people have never heard of it. Holiday-themed slasher, we already talked about it. Schoolgirls, they got boyfriends. They're being killed by a killer dressed as Santa Claus. Just think Black Christmas meets Friday the 13th, but on a micro budget and some 1970s exploitation mixed into it. There you go.
Yes.
So this film came out 4 years before Silent Night, Deadly Night. And that, if you don't remember, we talked about it. Silent Night, Deadly Night sparked this huge amount of protesting in 1984 and got yanked from theaters because parents were like, "Oh, Santa Claus is killing people! Like, we can't have that." But no one gave a shit about this one because they didn't see it. So
Yeah, it was under the radar, like you said.
Yeah. So we have Sandy Cope. That's who it starts with. It has we already mentioned David Hess as the director, but in this post-Halloween gold rush, when low-budget producers, they were all scrambling to make the next big holiday hit. So enter Sandy Cope, a veteran distribution and foreign sales agent who decided to try his hand at producing cheap horror flicks. He actually had a brief stint as a producer around 1980, backing a handful of exploitation films. I've never heard of any of these, by the way, but like rock band slasher Terror on Tour, 1980. Thanksgiving horror Home Sweet Home, 1981.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of it. But To All A Goodnight was his Christmas slasher, and he needed someone to direct it. So he happened to be a big fan of Wes Craven's Last House on the Left. As Scotty mentioned, this film reminded him of that. And it's notorious, the villain, Krug, from Last House on the Left, if you recall, entered the very slow and awkward chainsaw scene.
Dude, God, that movie's hard. I mean, it's classic, but it's very.
I think its reputation exceeds the actual movie.
It does. It really
does.
does.
It's better than this one, but it's because it kind of like defied odds. It did what other movies didn't do back.
It
that was like
1970.
1972. Okay.
So the villain was played by David Hess, Krug.
Oh.
So Hess was primarily known as an actor for playing, brutal bad guys like Krug. Never directed before, but he did have an interesting background. He had been a successful songwriter for Elvis Presley and Pat Boone in the 1950s and 60s.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so...
He didn't stick with that career, I guess.
And he also starred in a few exploitation films in Europe, such as Hitchhike, 1977, House on the Edge of the Park in 1980. So he had a little bit of horror cred to him. Sandy Cope figured his horror reputation could help lend some legitimacy to All A Goodnight and some appeal. He just asked him to direct, and Hess was on board and ready to go. Actually, he was contacted through his lifelong actor friend, Jay Rasumny. He'll come into play a little bit later on in this. And then he signed on for it. So
nice.
Yeah, so Cobe arranged the financing, distribution plans. The script was written by Alex Rebar. Rebar, he wasn't a household name, but genre fans, if you are into all of this maybe Rob, if he'd ever joined us, would know some of this stuff.
Yeah.
But Alex Rebar was the star of The Incredible Melting Man in 1977.
Oh, yeah, the classic.
Yeah, a cult sci-fi horror film where he literally oozes into a monster. But then he jumped into producing after that and worked on numerous low-budget horrors. He wrote and produced To All A Goodnight. He also co-wrote gnarly, Carmelo's favorite subgenre, rape revenge thriller.
Oh gosh, yeah. I feel all that.
Titled Demented from 1980. And then he was also on Terror on Tour, the rock horror one that I mentioned, and Home Sweet Home. So Alex Rebar was just churning out grindhouse flicks. So for his screenplay, he didn't reinvent the slasher wheel, but wanted to hit all these tropes of prank gone wrong, backstory, horny teen staying behind during a school break, mysterious killer in festive disguise, all set against a holiday backdrop. He actually later admitted he really only cared about having the killer be in a Santa suit and not much else.
Nice. Hey, I mean, it added to it. That's for sure. It made it. That's the most Christmassy thing. It added to it.
Yeah. So Cobe and Rebar, they had Hess on board. They were all set, and now they had to get to casting. So,
and what a cast!
First of all, budget we talked about. Budget was about $70,000. I mean, just tiny, even for 1980. So everyone knew it would be quick, down and dirty production. He later said they just scraped by with this budget. They even borrowed an old, I'm not familiar with these old cameras, but Mitchell 35 millimeter camera from the studio for free. They had a contact. The camera was actually used on like multiple award-winning films, and none of that rubbed off on their film, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't.
So yeah, pre-production, it's moved at light speed. And this is where I don't even know if this is accurate, because apparently they filmed. So they set this schedule, a 10-day shoot. They wanted to shoot it in 10 days. In November.
You've been there.
Yeah. So, the notes all talk about, this hugely ambitious 10-day shoot for a feature, ! I'm like, okay, we've shot films in 7 days.
Yeah, give me a break.
8 days. 8 days. Come on.
Yes, it's ambitious, but also, cry me a fucking river. That's what it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But this is the crazy thing that I even thought didn't sound right. They were set to film 10 days in the end of November and wanted to release by Christmas in December, the next month.
What? No, that is.
Now that's ambitious. I mean,
Do they don't know how to make film? I guess they throw it together really quickly and don't care how it looks.
So we'll get back to more on that schedule later. Jeez. But for the lead role of Nancy, final girl of the story, they cast young newcomer Jennifer Runyon. This was her first film. This is her feature film debut. She was 19 years old at the time. She didn't really go on to do much. She did appear in Ghostbusters. She's the college girl getting zapped by Bill Murray in the ESP test scene.
Oh, nice.
She also had a recurring role in TV's Charles in Charge later in the 80s. But that's about it.
She had a good look, for sure. She might have been one of the better girls.
Yeah. Forrest Swanson was the male lead. Linda Gentile is Melody, both relative newbies with short careers. Judith Bridges was cast as the sassy girl Leah, and William Lauer as the prankster TJ. Wasn't exactly an all-star team, but
that Leah girl was probably actually maybe the best one that was dancing around at the end there.
I love Carmelo's comment about the accent, because as soon as I heard it, I was like, this sounds like a fucking drama girl doing a half-ass accent to get attention at a party some night,
Yeah, that's exactly what.
That was not her normal voice. That was she was trying to do an accent. It just didn't hit home.
What an oddly specific example you gave.
Yeah, I've met a few of those.
it's like you met a Yeah, I mean, sometimes with these movies, I think these actors try so hard to stand out, and then it makes them worse.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. Like the guy singing with the guitar, and
I'm assuming he was supposed to be super horrible at it.
I think he was. It was purposely, because he said his singing sucked.
It was really bad. I mean, he was just strumming guitar strings. I don't think he had a note. He was chord that he was playing.
Vagabond.
Oh yeah, and she's just like,
Yeah, they're like
that
all
was
like gathered
beautiful.
around him. And he's just sitting on the ground with the guitar.
That was
It was
beautiful.
oh man.
Yeah, I mean, we've all banged our heads to music before, but to an acoustic guitar and with that dumb look of like,
boy, I'm ready. Just put it in my mouth.
That's exactly.
They just wanted the cock. All the girls. That's all they wanted.
It was,
so bad.
Carmelo said it earlier. This group of not very impressive looking guys come in, but to be fair, the girls weren't that impressive looking either, except for the lead was okay, but
Nancy was okay, and the brunette, curly haired girl was okay. The guy,
it's just all a little bit mediocre, which is whatever. So, one of the roles was cast, or what should I say, starred an adult film star, Harry Reams, infamous for Deep Throat. And one of the most recognizable names in 1970s porn, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, he appears as the pilot. He's the only one in the movie that doesn't get any action, and he's the porn star.
Man, I want to see that guy work.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I want to see him work in bed.
Yeah.
So he's credited.
They make him sleep in a bed underneath the plane.
He's credited under the alias Dan Stryker in an attempt to go incognito in a legitimate film. But a lot of people recognized him. And actually, this is going back to the release, the shoddy release. They had some interest that 20th Century Fox was initially interested in picking up the film, possibly for release. But according to Alex Rebar, Fox lost interest when they realized Harry Reams was in the cast. That they just had a porn star in the cast.
Oh, come on.
Didn't want to touch it after that.
Well, I wouldn't want to touch it either. You don't know where that.
Yeah, you really don't.
Yeah,
You really don't.
I hear you on
Hey,
that.
giggity.
I
So
see
it
one
could
of
have ruined
his,
their deal.
No, I shouldn't judge. I've been some places that I'm not proud of.
I see one of Harry Reams, one of his last videos that he did was called Asses to Asses, Lust to Lust.
Oh man, that sounds like art. Cinema Nouveau.
I hope it
That's
was a
gotta be
while
a good
ago
one.
and not in the last 5 years.
It was 1988.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay. All right. Well, and then director David Hess cast his own sister, Judy Hess, in the film's climax, or I guess she's in the climax, but just as the mother, the creepy knife-wielding older lady. Catherine,
Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
so her name was Judy Hess, but she went under the stage name Catherine Harrington or Kiva Lawrence in some credits. I don't know why it was different in some credits than others.
What the?
She wasn't really an actress, but they just needed someone and didn't have a lot of money. But I guess she had this so over-the-top performance that the crew kept cracking up between takes, even during what was supposed to be like a terrifying climax. And they just got so silly that a lot of her footage wound up on the cutting room floor. No one could
Really?
keep a straight face while she was filming. And that sort of makes sense if you think back to the climax. She's coming out. You see from the balcony, the girl's hiding out on the balcony. The old lady starts to come out with a knife, and then it cuts away to the flashback of the other girl falling off the balcony. And then you just see her hit the ground. Like she just fell.
You didn't even see her get pushed.
Yeah, you don't see her get pushed. You don't see anything happen.
No, not. And you don't see. To be clear, you don't see her hit the ground. You see like a
Yeah, like a W or something hit. Yeah,
mannequin.
body,
Like,
the dummy.
horrible.
So
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
And you see her awkwardly just holding the knife up all stiffly
Yeah,
in the
very
shadow of the
stiffly.
knife.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
yeah, and then as I mentioned before,
Classic.
this Jay Rassumney who made the contact to get David Hess to direct, he took a small acting role as well, playing the policeman who comes in and randomly gets laid by the girl who just had sex with the other guy. So-
Yeah.
And it's
Rhea.
like they talk about these cops like come in and they're like, oh, look at these cute cops. These guys could not be less attractive.
exactly.
No,
I
those-
thought the
both
exact
those
same
guys.
thing. I was like, this guy
Yeah,
looks
Worst
horrible.
looking guy.
Like middle aged, like, and not like nowadays middle aged, like 80s middle
I
aged.
know, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Different.
yeah, like
And the detective told him, keep your hands to yourself. He told him not to go there.
Oh,
And
man.
You warned
fucking
him.
He effed up.
he warned him. I guess Rassumney played minor roles in bigger things, even like The Godfather Part 2 and Bad Boys 2 years later.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we got some work.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was he was looking a little rough. And
Yeah.
I just, when we see this in these B horror movies sometimes where it's just like too much sex. It's like, oh, she just banged this guy, now she's gonna bang this guy, and then like, brunette girl just banged the nerdy guy. Now the nerdy guy's almost about to bang the main girl. It's like, calm down.
Yeah.
Going
Take
for
it easy.
PJ.
Take it easy. We just need like one or two scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With all the
we
sex.
just need like a Friday 2009 scene, and then we're
Oh
good.
my god. Best scene in cinema history.
Oh
yeah.
my God. Yes.
Oh yes.
I mean, I do like the deaths during like sex, like when the guy was in like the full armor suit and came out with the bow and arrow, and like right in the middle of intercourse when they both get like hatched up. I'm like, okay, but then it's like
right.
when it's like the prolonged like kissing and then forever, it's like, okay, come on, let's just get to
yeah, their kissing was a little awkward too. Just mouths wide
Oh.
open. That girl, she's just like ah.
Dude, that was some weird foreplay action going on there. Yeah, dude, like kissing.
That
his
was the
neck
first
and
decent
stuff.
kill though. Was the arrow through the mouth, and then she gets her head chopped off. That was okay. That
Yeah.
was all right.
Then her head rolls like a bowling ball on the ground. That was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of kills, a young FX whiz, quote unquote, named Mark Shostrom devised the movie's kills. He later became notable in other movies like Videodrome, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and even must have had a little. It says Evil Dead 2, but obviously he didn't lead that because Nicotero.
What did you do for Evil Dead 2?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Maybe he was like the fucking guy that painted something. I don't know.
He nailed the boars on the window.
Yeah, that's what he did. He was in the art department, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Apparently did something though. So, but he concocted the death scenes, throat slittings, axe decapitation, infamous propeller airplane chop, which we didn't even get the payoff on. You know, the one in Indiana Jones was better.
I could set that propeller thing up and just throw blood on a plane.
I mean, that's what they did basically.
It was still like you could use your imagination. I mean, it was still cool, but I wish I could have seen something.
They also had cinematographer Bill Godsey, although he ended up giving Hess almost more trouble than assistance. So I guess this camera was old and heavy, about 100 pounds or so, and this cinematographer Bill Godsey is this tiny, skinny alcoholic that just was drinking a lot and couldn't even move the damn thing. So,
and that's the guy running your camera.
So David Hess had to just carry it around most of the time, and they had limited amounts of track and any kind of thing they could do with the camera. So they had to fake crane shots by just going up some stairs or zooming and panning or walking with the camera, but it was a pain in the ass. It was like 100 pounds or so.
Jeez.
So yeah, so 10-day shoot. They shot in Santa Barbara, California, in a private estate that would serve as the film's setting and the crew's living quarters. They all slept in there, the whole crew and actors, and apparently they just were there for 10 straight days without ever leaving, and filmed, went to bed, woke up, started filming at dawn, filmed till they went to bed, woke up, started filming, so just nonstop.
Jeez.
I guess union rules did not apply. I don't know how they put this one together, but they
were probably all like making out,
yeah,
off film and getting together. They're all just stuck in the same place.
David Hess is quoted as saying about the location, "It was this big mansion owned by a drug lord who kept it as a hideaway in Santa Barbara."
What?
Yeah, I don't know if there's any truth to that.
Built in a drug lord's house?
Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, they were just there the whole time.
That thing was big. It was a big mansion. It was the outside. They always filmed the look of the outside. I mean, was that the same? Maybe that was different. The facade was different, and then the inside.
I think it was the same. I think it was just one location that they were on. But speaking of that propeller death, they spun the propeller blades towards some rags soaked in fake blood, and then threw the rags and bits of plastic mold to the plane to simulate body parts and stuff. And they're like, it was a success, but I don't know. That looked like a clump of blood that they just...
It was terrible.
It looked like they just threw like blood-colored clay onto the fucking plane.
Yeah. That's supposed to be body parts?
I guess.
No, I didn't see any like organs. I didn't see any shit, you know?
No, man. That should have been a way better kill.
Yeah, yeah, and it could have been, even if they did have to do most of it off camera, they still could have been better.
Oh Christ! Oh my God!
Ears are bleeding.
I will actually welcome this respite into what is the horror halftime.
My goodness.
Yes, all right. Horror halftime is back for now. What, the third time or something? We've been getting back into it.
Third time since we started doing it again.
Yep. So we appreciate you guys. Memes were a little lackadaisical this time around. So, if you guys...
Not your best work, everyone.
If you want to get some memes in there, there's not a whole lot. So maybe you can win a Blu-ray. You know what I failed to do, though, was go pick a Blu-ray to see who's going to win that. So someone will win... I have the winner, but I was going to win an unnamed Blu-ray that I will choose... after this episode releases and post about it in the group because
mystery Bluray, that's even better.
Mystery
it's
Blu-ray,
like a Christmas present.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
It is like a Christmas present. So
just show up at your doorstep.
Our horror freak of the week is longtime listener Robin Party. Robin Party. Robin Party.
Robin.
Right. Appreciate you listening, participating,
Heck yeah, man.
Submitting memes. So Robin, just shoot us a message on the page or Instagram, either one. I probably have your address already from sending you shirts and things, but just hit me with it again in case you've changed it. And I will send you a mystery Blu-ray gift, like a Christmas present. So,
yeah, it's Christmas.
Yeah, so those of you guys that want to win stuff, make sure you get your memes in. Use the hashtag horror halftime. Post it anywhere on social media as long as you tag us and use that hashtag. We're at Cult Classic Horror on pretty much everything. But just, Instagram and Facebook. We don't go on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right.
X.
No,
I don't even know.
whatever
Yeah.
we call
So I think we still exist there, but we don't go there. We have a TikTok too that we're barely ever on. So yeah. So all right, that concludes the horror halftime. All right, where were we? Oh,
God bless airplanes.
Yeah, God bless the airplanes.
What they say.
I'm sure you guys were all well aware of the they just filmed during the day the whole damn time. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. It was
Daytime
just
shots.
It was
supposed
day
to be
for night.
Oh, that bothered me so much. It was so bad. They just like recolored it blue or something.
Yeah.
You could see like the highlights from sunlight on all
It was
of
so
that.
bad. They what they do is they shoot. Well, they claimed at dusk or late in the day, and then underexpose the film. But dude, it was so obviously day for most of that time. They had one scene at the end of the movie, very last end of the movie scene, that they actually shot at night, and you could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah. It was night and day.
Yeah, it was.
It was night and day. Literally.
I just couldn't believe it. A couple times they were trying to pass it off for that. It was fucking crazy.
Oh, that scene with Ralph. He's like, it's nighttime. It's getting dark. You better get back. And it's completely like daylight out. I'm like, it's not dark.
Yeah.
It's like in late.
Yeah, and they had it in like sunny California. So I really wish it would have been more snowy and Christmassy for this film.
Yeah, for sure.
Would have at least added to the vibe a little bit.
But like, what? Why? I mean, they're not stuck on an island. Why is like we better get to the plane at the very end. We got to get out. The plane's the only way out of here. I'm like, really? Why is the plane the only way?
Do they
out?
not have
You're on an
vehicles?
island.
I mean, are there cars there? Can they go to is the road nearby? We don't really know any of these things.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, where the hell are they? Like some sorority house in the middle of nowhere. Like you can't walk to like the next store next by you, or like a car driving somewhere.
Yeah, and then it surprised me that it took place over basically 2 days. I thought I think it would have been better if they just wrap it up in one night.
Yeah. Because the next morning happened.
Yeah, they get up in the morning and they're like, "Where is everybody?" And they use the excuse for far too long of like, "Oh, you know Dave and blah blah blah. Oh, you know them." Like they're gone for 24 hours. What do you mean?
Right. Yeah. They've been gone a long time. Though earlier in the movie, when that British wannabe goes for beers, they go looking for her like 5 minutes later. Like she walks out of the room and basically the next scene is, "Where's that bitch with my beer?"
Yeah, exactly.
And they hunt her down. And poor fucking porn star guy. Really? He's chilled at the airplane for 2 days, for like a day and a half. He's just without checking and being like, "Hello guys, like let's fucking go."
Yeah,
exactly.
You're just gonna leave him there sleeping in a sleeping bag underneath his plane.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I mean, I'd go for the beers too, Carmelo. I wouldn't. Where the fuck are the beers at, man? But the other guys, they're missing for 24 hours. I don't care about them. I just want the beer.
Fuck them. I want my goddamn beer.
Yeah, come on, man.
I want to know the backstory.
Party.
I want to know the backstory of the pilot that was hinted at and then never talked about again. The guy hated the pilot's guts and didn't want him to come to the house, and then offhandedly told one of the girls or another guy, "Oh, I think he did something with my dad, and my dad's doing him a favor." So he like said something like that, and then we never hear about any of it again.
Yeah.
I was like, "Who's this pilot? What's up?"
Yeah.
But so they after all this filming had happened. They were shooting for a Christmas of the same year release after filming in November and completely missed it, but still very surprisingly released on January 30th. So they fucking must have edited and put this whole thing together in a month and a half after they got done
I
filming.
mean, that's amazing, but wouldn't it have been better to just not make a movie that sucks and release it the next Christmas at that point?
Dude,
I think
they
so.
should have released it the next Christmas. It's a fucking Christmas movie.
Well,
put more time in editing it.
Yeah.
By January 30th, I'm on to Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
I'm done with
no
Christmas.
one's gonna watch a Christmas horror. You gotta put it on the next Christmas if you can't release it on
And
that.
President's Day, you could have done a President's Day horror movie. It could have been George Washington's face instead of Santa Claus.
That's the only gimmick.
Totally.
That's all they got. Yeah.
They couldn't even play Christmas carols. I mean, they had a Christmas tree and some decorations, but come on.
They apparently the final cut was, or what should I say, the print of the film was almost unwatchable because some scenes were so dark you couldn't even tell what the fuck was going on. So that was one of the issues upon release. People couldn't even tell what was going on. They're trying to watch it. Then it came out on VHS and started to get a little bit of an audience a few years later, but the VHS was even worse. It was so dark you couldn't tell what was going on in a lot of the scenes and the kills. And it sort of just got buried into forgotten territory. It would only show up here and there in dusty video store shelves,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, until 2014, they finally did a DVD Blu-ray release that sort of redid everything, had a couple interviews on it, and that's when you finally see everything, for better or for worse.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
see all these daytime shots.
I was reading some reviews about like the VHS being really bad and then the release, but then obviously we watched the re-release for the 2014. It was still, there was obviously some dark scenes too, but I could see everything pretty good.
Yeah. So it was a rough one. I mean, after learning a lot about it, it was pretty bad watching it, but did make me laugh a few times.
Yeah.
But then, it gives you a little bit of a nostalgic feel to know that they were all just living in the mansion, like shooting day after day and having fun. And sort of reminds me of some of the stuff we've done,
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't want to sound too harsh on the movie. I don't know if this is like closing thoughts or whatever, but like, I'm just like, there's stuff we've seen like Mutilator that is very much in the same vein. That
Mutilator's better for sure, though. I think.
Yeah, and it's like it is slightly better quality.
Only because it has the Fall Break song too, which is an amazing.
It has
song.
that Fall Break. Obviously, escalates it to another level. Obviously, and then you just got more. There was a lot of very creative kills in Mutilator. And you actually see that stuff. So it was bad, but it was entertaining. This was bad and less entertaining. So it's still watch it, but it's not the same as other horror movies.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. It's just, as we decided to cover this, and then I had watched it today. It was just like a post from some horror outlet, just bringing this movie up. Oh, like, watch this movie. It's Christmas time, and they just brought it up, and I was like, wow, what a coincidence, because I've never heard of this fucking thing. Yeah,
there's some of those movies that you like get like that like ick feeling and like off-putting, like some of like the New York Ripper and stuff, and that's just like weird and awkward, like not necessarily like disgusting like Poltergeist, but just like weird scenes that make you feel weird. Like this, I knew what was coming. There's these girls are gonna get killed. There's one kill happens with a weird knife stab at that girl in the very beginning, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what I'm gonna get here, and it never like felt like, didn't make me feel weird or awkward. It was just like, I know what I'm gonna get. It's gonna be funny because it's really bad, and therefore sometimes it's even better because they just kept getting worse and worse. But so yeah, it did have that nostalgic feeling, and I can put myself in their shoes back then, making the low budget horror movies.
I think what you're talking about is the exploitation that we see in Poltergeist and maybe a little bit in some of these films. This one just almost hints at it, but not really, like it said in the description. A tiny bit of 70s exploitation, and I think that's the kind of stuff that makes you feel a little ooh, and it's a whole genre in its own regard. So
yeah. So exactly.
But I mean, that's pretty much all I have on this film. There was some more, but not very interesting. Again, it was just a reach to put out a film like this during the slasher craze surrounding the holiday, and there have been probably a lot better ones. And now I know about a lot more. We can catch up on next year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Christmas Evil and some other ones that you mentioned that people were talking about in the group. So but this still, still we got this one done, and like you said, it's been around some other horror sites and stuff. So we're covering it, and people can go watch it still. I mean, I say go watch it still, and see what you think.
Yeah, if you're wrapping presents right now, just turn it on. Why not?
Yeah, throw it on in the background while I'm watching Batman Returns while I wrap my presents.
I remember you said that is a tradition, right?
It is a beloved tradition.
Is it Christmas in Batman Returns? Is it?
Oh, it's a Christmas movie.
It is.
For sure.
Okay, during Christmas.
It's not even like on the line. Like the Penguin kills a woman by throwing her onto the the plunger that lights the Christmas tree. And the Christmas tree lights up and all the bats fly out of it.
I need to rewatch. It's been
I might need
years.
to watch that tonight while I'm wrapping presents. Actually,
it's a fantastic film. Batman Returns is one of my all-time favorites.
I just remember the heyday.
Yes.
Was it either Returns? It was one of that era of Batman's that was coming out when they had it on the Taco Bell cups. They had it everywhere. You had the peel-offs.
Oh yeah, for us it was probably Batman Forever is the one that would have hit us as like the right
That's
audience.
probably true.
I was a little young when Batman Returns came out in '92. You guys were just a little bit older, but I still think the one that hit us with all the merch was probably Batman Forever.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Which
is Batman Forever? That's not the one with like
that's Clooney, right? Clooney,
the Riddler.
Yeah, it's the one with Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Riddler, like Iceman, like Schwarzenegger's the Iceman and stuff.
Yeah.
And yep. That's the
Riddler
one
and Iceman are same movie then, right? Is both?
No, Mr. Freeze is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mr. Freeze is the fourth one.
Which is called what?
Batman and Robin.
And Robin. Okay.
Yeah,
Batman and Robin.
So.
That's right.
I have a couple notes if you guys want me to finish off.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Fire away. Boomstick round.
Yeah. Here we go.
So the detective there, when he was like questioning everyone, telling everyone to stay put, we got Starsky and Hutch, that's gonna watch you guys and everything. At the very end, when he's like talking to Nancy and he's like holding her face all awkwardly.
That was weird.
Why the hell is he's holding her face like that?
Actually, while watching that, I was thinking in my head, is this what? Did they want him to do this, or is this like a creepy old guy actor being so in character in his work, and that's his excuse to just touch her face a bunch? And I just wondered that in my head, because if I was a director watching that, I'd be like, who's this fucking sleazeball? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, imagine that, Carmelo, if you're like, all right, so you just have these lines, here's the scene, and all of a sudden he's like stroking her chin and stuff. You'd be like,
yeah, right, exactly.
Like, what are you doing? And
that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I can just see this older actor being like, and like all actory and being like, this is what I feel right now. And, like, I thought it was weird as fuck too. I was like, let go of her face already.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were directing like Robert De Niro doing that, you'd be like, okay, you like what you're doing there? I don't want to tell you not to do it, but no. And then there was the other part where Melody runs off with TJ. They like flip flop couples there, and they're making out by like the tree and stuff, and then like pans away, then it comes back, and then TJ was like licking her finger, but they're like waiting for like the effect to happen of like the fish wire wrapping around his neck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like she's like licking his finger, and they're like looking up, waiting for it to come down. Like, what the fuck? It's like they were like frozen waiting, and so that was just weird. And like pulling his whole body up. When I found out the husband was the killer too, the detective, I'm like, okay, maybe he could have pulled her up, but there's no way that the mom could have pulled that body up.
That elderly woman did not.
They also went right from breakfast to a picnic in the woods. Immediately.
Yeah.
And then the girl's like goes to walk away. She's like, all right, I'm gonna walk away, and then just saunters in the background for quite a while. I'm like, go, walk away.
Why are you here still?
I have a question for you guys. Have you ever had a girlfriend or just a girl that you slept with who did the come get me and like ran across the room? Because it happens in this movie at least twice that I counted before I lost interest and stopped counting.
Yeah, I don't. And she circles that ping pong table like 4 times. I'm like, okay.
She sure does. Yeah. And that's why when it happened again after the picnic, I was like,
yeah.
Well, after the picnic,
trying to just like make the movie longer. Like, what's? I don't.
Here's my question specifically about the one after the picnic. Has it ever worked for you to just look at a girl and all of a sudden be like, and then her start running away?
It's true. That's never worked for me once when I do that. Yeah.
He literally said maybe 2 words. I don't know. Said, hey, oh, you look cute. And then she's like, oh, thanks. And then he was like, and she was like, stop it. Oh. And she like ran off. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
This is after he lost his virginity to that Melody girl the night before.
He was a completely different man.
He's changed. He's become like a monster now.
This nerdy guy. Yeah, that was interesting. And then the last thing I had was, what the hell happened to that Leah girl? Why is she all of a sudden dancing around and crazy.
They were-
like,
they were-
So you were talking about that, Carmel. Like,
Yeah.
what were they trying to do?
I think
there?
they were trying to do the Linda from Evil Dead.
Yeah.
You know?
They were trying to do that. She went like crazy from trauma. What I don't understand is, and maybe I was drunk through this scene. Why didn't they kill her in the shower?
Yeah.
She's severed head. She's cornered, and then they don't finish her off. So then she goes insane. So I'm like, why is she alive? Number one.
Yeah.
What? It was just a weird.
And
choice.
then the mom or the sorority lady could have killed her again when she was backing down Nancy.
Yeah.
And she's like backing down Nancy, and then the other girl's just dancing right next to her.
Yeah.
Like,
That would have
kill her
been
too.
hilarious. Could you imagine if like she's traumatized dancing like that, and then the Santa Claus was just like
Just reaches over and kills her.
Out of here.
that would have been great.
Yeah, it was weird.
No, but yeah, there were just some awkward moments there. It didn't make me feel like weird though, but it was just like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Oh my
There's
god.
some weird choices. Weird choices for
So,
sure.
but yeah, overall, it wasn't that great, but it still had some. It landed home on some spots too.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Santa
Well,
Claus killer.
it's Christmas Eve if you're listening to this right when it came out, and I think it's time for What Did You Watch?
Did you watch?
If anyone watched anything, because I've been so fucking busy with presents and family and blah blah blah.
Christmas
all the
stuff going
important
on.
stuff.
Scrooge. We've been doing Scrooge a lot.
Yeah.
I've been busy with work. This is my busiest time of year. I think I've been working my way through Ted Lasso.
Are you Santa Claus?
Yeah.
You got me. I'm Santa. I'm Santa Claus.
I asked that because I did watch the Santa Claus 1 and 2 with my kids.
Oh, nice.
And he says that line at least 13 times. This is my busiest time of year. I'm in the toy business. It's my busiest time of year.
Are you Santa Claus?
What makes you say a thing like that? Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched
So,
anything.
Christmas movies.
I did watch the Santa Claus 1 and 2. Just The Grinch with our good friend Clint Howard. You know,
That's right.
I did watch
Yeah.
The Grinch.
In that one, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep, and I think the cat might be out of the bag, even if it's not supposed to be Carmelo, because who was it? It was I think Dan Dalton, who won last week's Horror Halftime, said he was listening to a different podcast that had Clint Howard on it, and Clint Howard said we're working on Ice Cream Man 2 with director Carmelo Chimera.
Oh, man.
What?
I didn't know about that. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat's out of the bag. Yep.
You didn't know
So
about
I
it.
don't. It's not. I don't think it's officially announced anywhere yet. But yeah, Carmelo is.
Well, we're going to cover Ice Cream Man, the original, and hopefully have Clint on in the new year here. So that'd be badass.
That's exciting. Yeah, exactly. And that should be shooting in March or April. We'll be doing another Ice Cream Man. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, I guess if he's talking about it, I can talk about it.
I know. That's what I was saying. I was like,
Hey,
oh,
there you
okay.
go, man. Tell our fans, man. Come from us next.
So
Yeah, we become good pals after our movie Unarmed, which Danny and Scotty are both in, and which I had pick lock on this week. So that's exciting.
nice.
Nice.
That's
Congrats,
good,
man.
All right.
It looks fantastic.
Oh, nice.
So good.
I cannot wait.
Oh
to
yeah,
see
you
some
guys.
shots.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get a hard on when you see it. It's just.
Oh yes, I already have one right now.
Oh yeah.
God,
Well,
dude, I
it's
can't
off
wait.
for composing. We're using Alberto, who
Yes.
composed Sin Eater. He's doing this one, and for VFX and color and sound mixing. So, that stuff will take another 6 to 8 weeks, but then we'll be done.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's exciting.
will be
man.
in
the-
Say what you guys want about Sin Eater, but Alberto Balavia really nailed the theme on that movie. There's like a
fucking did.
recurring theme that keeps replaying a couple different times and during the credits, and it's fucking awesome.
He won international awards for the score actually, and it elevates the entire movie in my mind. So I think, I think even folks who found it slow, it is a slow burn. I think his score just like notches that up.
It's a theme. It's like, you know how a movie has a theme, and
exactly,
and it's his little theme is so memorable that it was so cool.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was, man.
And-
I
and
remember
if you-
talking to him about that. I was like, yeah, man, I love like the Exorcist theme, and I love like, this like sad horror themes. And he was like, oh, like Profondo Rosso. And I was like, what's that? He's like, Deep Red. And I was like, yeah, I fucking know Deep Red. And he like played it on the piano right next to him. And I was like, this guy gets it. That's when we hired him. And he did it for Sin Eater. He fucking
Yeah, he did.
He nailed
That's
it,
awesome.
and now he's doing it. For
I'm
Arm.
excited to
That's
see
gonna
what
be
he does
awesome.
with like a action drama type thing.
Yeah. I've been getting some early stuff from him, and it's fucking cool.
Nice.
Nice. Good. Well, that's great. I'm glad you're using him again, and he's probably much appreciated too.
Yeah. So, what did anyone else watch? I don't think I watched any horror. I'll think on it for a minute. But if anyone
I
else
watched that Red One movie with Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, really? How was it?
It was pretty good. It was entertaining. I actually liked it. There's some action in it, and there's some good things about it. I actually liked it. I enjoyed it.
I did watch a horror movie. I watched The New Conjuring because it's on HBO right now.
Oh, nice. What'd you think?
Yeah, Last Rites. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was good. There's some creepy parts in it. There's some cool makeup effects. The acting is pretty good. It's not like amazing and super memorable, but for a Conjuring movie, it kept me entertained. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought the Conjuring movies, I like them the order in which they came out.
Really?
One is better than 2 and 3, but I like them all generally. Yeah. And I thought the fourth one was a cool way to wrap up the series. And did you stay to the end of the credits?
Oh, no.
There's a post-credit scene, and it's awesome because they found a way to tie the whole series together.
Really?
At the end, yeah. The post-credit scene is very short, but it was.
Oh no! Wait. No, wait. I'll make sure. I got to go watch and make sure.
Yeah, just make sure. It's like a wink and a nod, and you realize that that's full circle to the beginning.
So I need to watch it because it is the last one. So I definitely need to watch it.
They'll probably do more like the spin-offs and stuff like that. There's still more to be done.
Yeah.
The second Nun was really good, and the Annabelle movies were all pretty good.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Will they have?
Did you watch it in theaters, Carmelo?
I did.
Okay.
I did go see it in theaters. Yeah, exactly.
Did you like it? You liked it the least though out of all three, out of all four?
It might have been a little better than 3, but but generally 3 and 4 are about equal, and I like 2, but the first one is just the best film by far.
It's sort of like I listened to the last podcast coverage of Ed and Lorraine Warren, and it sort of brings to light how maybe much of bullshitters they were. And so you just have to I know Rob hates these movies because of that, but you have to just take them as their own fictional movies and not sort of ignore all the true story stuff,
exactly right. I mean, look, the thing about real life is real life does not have to make sense. And movies have to make sense. So they're different.
It's true. It's
got to be someone. People have to be able to follow it. Even people like my parents that can't follow a episode of Grey's Anatomy. So you got to make it stupid simple for some people. Yeah.
Do you watch anything, Carmelo?
No, like I said, when I get a free moment, I'm watching Ted Lasso right now. Sort of a nice pick me up, show. Stuff. Just nothing.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've just done the normal Christmas stuff. I did watch Bad Santa the other night. Yeah, that was so freaking good.
I've never seen it.
Dude, it's so funny. Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton.
I'm adding it to my list. I've got a list of Christmas movies I've never seen. And
if you just want to laugh your ass off, you've got to watch Bad Santa, man.
It's been a while
so
for me.
Inappropriately funny. I mean, I've seen it 4 or 5 times, and I laugh out loud. My stomach hurts.
Oh my God,
funny.
That's funny. I love that actress from Gilmore Girls. So
she's like the main girl in it. Yeah, and obviously Elf, Daddy's Home 2, 4 Christmases, all those we've had on, and Christmas Vacation, and
I was
Bad Santa. You guys got us.
I'm gonna add Bad Santa to this. We talked about Black Phone already, right? I think last time.
Oh yeah,
I think we mentioned it.
Yeah. I watched Black Phone too.
Yeah, I watched that last time. So
I feel like there was one other thing I watched that I'm forgetting, but oh well, fuck it. Anyways,
the season, guys.
Yeah,
Christmas episode.
I got a lot to catch up on because there are some good horror movies that I keep catching and reading up on that I need to jump back in and get some time with again. So
yeah.
But yeah,
into the new year with those.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, God, this is going to be our first episode in a while that we kept to sort of our hour-long goal.
This is great.
The movie just doesn't have that much material to go into. You know?
It's so true.
Yeah.
So true. So,
But I sound harsh on it. I want to end with saying, go watch it. It's a fucking movie where Santa Claus chops people up. Go see it.
Yeah.
have a drink or two.
Or in my case, 7 or 9, something like that. Yeah. Or
have
like
it on-
it's 6, 7.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's a short movie. It's not too time consuming. It's like an hour. It's like 80 minutes. Go check it out.
And if you pass out and you wake back up, don't bother rewinding.
Yeah.
Just
Move on with your day.
I went back. And I really didn't need to.
No.
So,
You did need to.
Yeah.
But for recording the podcast, you still want to get everything
Of course.
down.
Obviously, for you, the fans.
Yeah. So,
Free on Amazon Prime. So, yeah, just go check it out.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, we thank you for joining us on this Christmas Eve. And please rate and review wherever you listen to your podcasts. And get your horror halftime memes posted so that you can win next time around. And we'll catch you in a couple weeks.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.